Hello everyone, welcome aboard Submarine Becuna here at Independent Seaport Museum in Philadelphia. My name is Greg, and today we'll be continuing our tour through the boat by exploring the after battery. The after battery is located just after the mess deck and just before the forward engine room. It gets its name from the fact that below the deck are the second half of Becuna's lead-acid batteries. We'll be taking a closer look at those in a later video. For now, we're going to focus on the walking deck, where you'll find berthing for Becuna's enlisted crew. There are 35 racks crammed into this confined space. With Becuna's chiefs and officers berthed up in the forward battery, that leaves 67 enlisted men still needing a spot to sleep. If you do the math, that's one bunk for two guys to share, rotating through as watches changed. Even though there were bunks in both torpedo rooms, about 12 each, that would allow the crew to spread out, the after battery always contained enough racks to accommodate the whole crew. There are two kinds of racks in this compartment. The first is a pipe rack, like this one here. As the name suggests, it's made out of long pieces of metal that look like pipes. Sailors assigned to this kind of rack would have had a ditty bag to hang over the side in which they could store some of their personal gear. The second kind of rack is a coffin rack, named because it looks like a coffin. Storage for coffin racks was actually inside the bunk itself, as the top would open, giving it further likeness to its namesake. Regardless of what kind of bunk you found yourself sleeping on, all sailors were assigned a storage locker. However, these storage lockers were small, and while in theory they were intended for personal belonging, in practice they were more often than not used for spare parts. At the aft end of the space we have the crew head and shower. There are two toilets here for 60 men, and as you can see, these are not the standard flush toilets we have at home. Waste would be suctioned down into a holding tank, which would then have to be blown clear at the end of each patrol. If you weren't careful when emptying that tank, waste could be blown back into the submarine instead. One of the most common questions we get from visitors is how often did Becuna's crew get to shower? The answer is, not very often. The shower was frequently used as a place to store dry goods and other food items such as potatoes, so you'd often have to eat your way into it in order to use it. On the off chance that it wasn't being used as a pantry, the ability for Becuna's crew to shower depended on how much fresh water was available at the time. Becuna has two distillery units located in the forward engine room. These units create about 1,000 gallons of fresh water a day, but the bulk of that water is going towards replenishing the lead-acid batteries. On the list of what fresh water is used for on a submarine, cleaning the crew is towards the very, very bottom. On average, Becuna's crew could take a 2-minute shower once a week, with the exceptions being the crew for hygienic reasons. Nobody likes a guy smelling like body odor and diesel fuel touching their food. Well, this brings us to the end of today's tour. If you enjoyed this video, let us know by liking and sharing it. Then head down to the comment section and leave us suggestions on topics you'd like to see us cover in future videos. As always, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.